Welcome to Tex Murphy Radio Theater. When we last saw our hero, Tex and his longed-for love interest Chelsee had, at last, gone out on their first official date. As they left the restaurant, Chelsee finally gave Tex the kind of lip he'd been looking for. But the kiss was rudely interrupted when Tex noticed, to his horror, that his speeder had been stolen. Just then, a mysterious man with an Aussie accent showed up and offered them a ride. Over Tex's protests, Chelsee accepted. For once, Tex was right. High above the city, the man pulled out a gun, shot Chelsee, then turned and fired at Tex. And now, as our story resumes, a moonless night, and the fog is rolling in off the Pacific. An enormous, decaying structure peers down from a sheer cliff high above. Like a ghostly lighthouse, a single square of pale light radiates from a window on the top floor of this ancient mansion. Inside the room, a bare bulb burns and casts violent shadows on the cracked and peeling walls as the occupant of the room contorts and cries out in a vain attempt to escape his subconscious torture. And now, Episode 1, The Naked and the Bed.
You must not move, Captain Donnelly. Your plane, it was, how do you say, shot down?
My name's Murphy.
You are badly wounded, monsieur. Lie still while I bathe you.
Okay. Yeah, that's... Ooh.
Ooh la la.
Oh, yeah.
Does that please you, mon capitaine?
Yeah, that feels real good.
Now I know why they call you doughboys. You don't work out much,
do you?
It was the worst kind of dream. Kind where you think you're going to get lucky with a buxom French girl, and suddenly you're woken up by a sponge-wielding pervert reeking of pastrami. He must have sensed my discomfort.
Okay, bath's over. Go back to sleep.
It felt like I'd been dreaming for years. Half the time it was a collage of images, needles, clocks, an old-fashioned rotary-dial telephone, a dead body in a boat, girls screaming, eggs covered with diamonds and gems. I hear dozens of voices, one is soft and low, telling me where to go. And there are other voices I can't understand. The rest of the time I'm in an old house. It's drafty and there's a musty smell. I hear cockroaches scurrying across the floor. Feels just like my place, except the bed's a lot more comfortable. In fact, it's so comfy I can't move. Unfortunately, I wasn't dreaming anymore, and I still couldn't move my arms and legs. I couldn't see anything either. And judging by the cool breezes in my nether regions, it felt as if a blindfold and handcuffs were all I had on. I tried to get free, but it was no use. Someone had me exactly where they wanted me. I didn't know why or who, but my recent sponge bath had left me feeling a little dirty and violated, and someone was gonna pay. But just then, I heard voices and decided to follow orders and pretend I'd gone back to sleep.
The sedatives ain't working too well anymore.
Double the dosage. We're not done with him yet.
I already doubled the dosage.
Then triple it. Is the taxi en route?
Should be here any minute. If I triple the dosage, he'll have a hard time getting channeled. Unless you can channel them when they're dead.
He's probably built up an immunity to toxic substances. Just look at him.
How much longer we gotta hold him? I hear they finished up with the girl.
That's what I intend to find out, if the taxi ever gets here. You're certain he was regaining consciousness? It appears he's adequately sedated.
He's coming and going. He's been dreaming about the regressions.
Give him another injection. We don't want him awake.
I'll send the nurse up.
Whatever they were talking about, I didn't like the sound of it. And the handcuffs and blindfold, not to mention the nudity, were starting to worry me. I tried to think back, figure out how I'd gotten here, wherever here was. My last memory was walking out of the Golden Pagoda with Chelsee, the real girl of my dreams. Maybe I was still hallucinating, but I seem to remember being suddenly distracted just as we started kissing.
Oh, no!
What? It's me. It's me. It's my breath.
No, it has nothing to do with
I
you.
shouldn't have had the garlic sauce.
Look. Our speeder. It has been stolen. Somebody has stolen our car.
Oh.
believe
Everything after that was all hazy.
Things could get worse.
I'd been in plenty of predicaments before, and this one seemed like a real doozy. But for some reason, all I could think about was a bowl of Louie's spicy lamb chili and a mug of his special Armageddon blend. I heard my tummy growl, and then it was drowned out by the sound of approaching footsteps.
Mr. Murphy, can you hear me? Please, Mr. Murphy. Are you awake?
Maybe.
Thank goodness.
Who are you?
I'm a friend. Unlike the others.
Where am I?
In a dangerous place. I'm going to help you escape.
Am I naked?
Completely.
Oh, I thought so. You know, it's just so darn cold.
I'm going to undo your manacles. But you must promise you won't move until it's safe. If they find out I helped you escape, they'll kill me.
Literally or figuratively?
There's no time to explain. You must pretend I administered the sedative. After they check on you, there'll be time to escape. Just remember, the White Russians are your friends.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, but I usually drink bourbon.
Don't forget, Mr. Murphy, please.
I hadn't been this confused since 10th grade algebra. I'd never been a good student, and I was even worse at following other people's instructions, but I could play dead with the best of them, which is exactly what I did at that moment.
Did we go night-night?
Mr. Spongebath reached down and tickled the bottom of my foot, apparently to check my state of consciousness. Took all the power I had not to squeal like a schoolgirl. I hadn't shown that much self-control since the last time I saw Chelsee in a black mini and fishnets.
Sweet dreams, Mr. Murphy.
I pulled off my blindfold and looked around. There was no doubt about it. I was definitely naked. I'd lied about the room being cold, but I didn't feel like walking around in my birthday suit. Luckily, the ensemble I'd worn at the Golden Pagoda was on the chair in the corner of the room. I sat up and slid my legs off the bed. Oh, great, a bedpan! Shaking my foot dry, I hurried to the chair and got dressed. A bare bulb glowed inside the room, but outside the window it was dark. I just set the fedora on my head when I heard someone coming. With cat-like reflexes, I climbed out of the window and onto the ledge outside. Not a moment too soon.
Hey! He's gone!
I steadied myself, ready to go Pele on Mr. Spongebath and drop-kick him into next week. I heard him start to lean out the window.
What is it?
Ow! Damn it!
Where is he?
You tell me! I'm not the freaking psychic!
He must be out there, on the ledge.
Where the hell do you think I was looking?
He's not out here. He must be somewhere in the building. Summon the others. Find him!